enjoyed this week's episode, and please like this video, share with your friends and dock mates, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us get more viewers like you.
Okay, I have a confession to make to y'all. I'm gonna reuse some materials. I'm gonna reuse these blocks. I'll clean them up, sand them down, and epoxy them. Okay, I decided to put my little cribbing right there. I was gonna put it here, but it would get in the way of our supply line for the water pump that goes here. So I think that's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. It still has 2 through bolts, and that way it leaves this area nice and clear for the PEX piping and the fittings and stuff like that. So that's gonna be all right, if you ask me. Okay, so the only trick to that is I'm gonna have to I want to through bolt it, so I'm gonna have to get under this piece, which I can do basically right under here, and then I'll just have to hold it with like a crescent wrench rather than like a ratchet. So that's okay, it'll work. So now let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna switch gears and go with the strapping. I think I'm gonna work on the strapping. Yeah, so I gotta so over here again, remember the straps go over the tank and come down and kind of get locked in place down here. I'm gonna mimic and mirror that over here. So strapping goes up and back to here, and then from up here over and back to there. So I'm gonna work on the strapping next. Feels good to be making some progress today. Yes. Okay, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna do the strapping, but I'm gonna do that off camera and come back to you guys with a plan. Be right back. Okay, figuring out the straps. So I kind of have a dilemma, and I might go ask Devin what she thinks I should do. So here are the options. So I want the strap on each tank to basically align with each other. So, you know, I want this assembly and the assembly that's going to go there to be in the same plane. So the strap is going to go up and over the tank, and then I have to secure it back here somewhere. So I have basically 2 options laid out here, and option 1 would be to put the strap and affix it to this board here. What that would mean is I would either need to go up and over the board and down, and I would have to notch the board here because of the floor that's going to sit on it. Or I could do the same approach and notch the board in here and basically go through the board and over and down. So that's an option. Option 2 would be, again, notch the top of the board so the strap can lay in that notch and come all the way back and affix back here. But the problem with this plan is I want to keep that clear for our storage area. So I think I'm gonna go with option 1. I just convinced myself. I really do want that extra storage to be nice and open and as spacious as possible. So yeah, let's go with option 1. Now, which way are we going to do it? Do I go through the board or over the board? Either way, I'm cutting the board. I'm thinking I go over the board. Over the board with a through bolt. yeah, so I'll just notch this out at basically the same or a little bit bigger thickness than the strap. Then I'll come down, I'll sand it smooth too, so it's not like the strap is on a rough surface. And then I'll come down and then have like some washers and through bolts and countersink like that. That should work. I think that should work. I'm gonna play around with that a little bit and not make any cuts until I've got a full-fledged plan, but I am thinking that'll work. All right, I'll be back and we'll give you an update as it's interesting. Let's do it. Okay, we're going over the top, but I need to make a little notch in this piece here so that the strap will sit into it nicely, because the floor is, you know, pretty tight, so it needs to sit down on the wood and not the strap. So guess what? Another use for a router aboard the boat. Amazing. Milwaukee M12 router, please. We've got to notch that out, so I'm just using the square bit on the router to the depth of our strap material, with a little bit extra wiggle room, because I will have to come back and once I cut this, I'm going to come back and have to epoxy that. So that I'll set that up as the depth of our strap. I clamped on these two side pieces here so that I have more surface area for the router to sit on and stay level. So that's flush, nice and tight. So now I just gotta use the router and notch it out. It's pretty cool. It's a little tool. I like it. Let's go. All right, routed out our little notch for our strap to lay in there. Cool. Let's take these blocks off and see how we did. Got a little cleanup to do. Nice. Perfect. Look at that. Just a little bit higher. The wood's just a little bit higher than the strap, because I am going to come in here and do some epoxy. So, but before that, let's I'll sand it up, make it nice and smooth. Then we can come back with some epoxy. But hey, routers are cool. That was fun. I was thinking I might have to use my oscillating tool blade and just like get in there like that, but this was way better. So, all right, let's clean that up, and it's getting late today, so it's getting dark too. I'm losing light, and it's a school night, so anywho. It's been fun. We got a lot done today. Thanks for coming along. It's been a good day. I feel really good about it. But time to wrap it up. And for all y'all out there, thanks so much for watching. It's A Yacht of Love. We'll see you on the next one.